guys, it's Abby from Make Life Your Runway, and I'm here with part 2 of my makeup collection refresh. So this isn't going to be a hardcore declutter video where we get rid of 50% of my collection. This is simply where we're going item by item to make sure that everything in my collection is still things that I love and I enjoy, and that I'm not just holding on stuff to hold on to stuff. So we did part 1, which was when we went through our bronzer, highlight, blush, and face palettes, and we got rid of quite a bit in there that I was able to move out 2 of these size bins of product out. So those bins are sitting empty to the side, and we'll end up reorganizing this after we decide what we're going to get rid of. So today we are going to go through concealers, eye products, these are powders, foundations, lips, and then we'll also kind of go through eyes as well. Again, not a cutthroat declutter. It is a true refresh, but I said declutter in the title so that you guys knew a little bit of what's happening here. I did part 1. You guys loved part 1. I'll have it linked. But yeah, let's finish it up. Let's do the rest of it today. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out concealer, powders, primers, and foundations. All right, and that's little Morty. He's sleeping. He could care less. All right, here are my powders. So I have a mix of pressed foundation, loose setting, and I actually have a couple more that aren't in here. They were in my weekly makeup basket, and then I have one that's in my bathroom, the L'Oreal, what is it? No, it's a Laura Mercier pressed powder. So, all right, these are all, I had to pull them out of my weekly makeup basket. Some of these are Project Pan, some are new, some I've had for a while. So let's just go ahead and start with ones that I absolutely love, are not going anywhere, and you'll be able to see that they have a pretty big dent in them. This Hourglass one, you guys know I've had forever here on my channel. I keep milking it even though I just need to go ahead and finish it up. But this is Hourglass Dim, and we're definitely going to keep that. Another one that I love, and I keep milking it as well, even though it's so affordable, I should just use it every day and not worry about it. The Makeup Revolution, this is the Bake and Blot in Banana Light. You can see I love it. I like this more so as a finishing powder than an actual setting powder. But it's a holy grail on my channel in my life, so we will pick that or keep that. Okay, another holy grail is the Too Faced. This is the Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. Absolutely love this one so much. This is one that when it runs out, I would immediately repurchase. So we'll keep that. Oh, y'all, another one that we love is the Makeup Forever. This is the Matte Velvet Skin Y225, and this one is so expensive that I want to say I repurchase it, but that price, I don't know. But I will say I absolutely love it. I've hit pan on it. It's just beautiful as a setting powder, as a powder foundation, whatever you want to do with it. It's just stunning. Love it. So we're going to keep that. And then I have a couple of repurchases in here that I know for sure are pretty new back into my collection that I want to keep. First is the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination in Light. I have had this before in my life. I panned it. Then when it was on sale, I think in March, I repurchased it. So definitely going to keep that on hand. Okay, these two are also, we'll just push these to the side. These two are also repurchases. Well, actually, this Laura Mercier translucent loose powder was sent to me complimentary through influencer, but I had purchased it prior. But I had gotten a package from them last fall, and this was in it. So I'm definitely going to keep it. It's a classic, and it's actually the first full size one I've had. Before, when I purchased, I bought the half size just price wise. even though gram wise it doesn't make sense, but $20 coming out of my wallet feels a lot better than like 38. So I am definitely going to keep that and give it love. I also had panned this in the past, the number 7 Perfect Light Loose Powder, and I just kind of wanted it back in my life because I really liked it when I was using it every day when I was panning it. So we do have that back in my life as well. So those are all ones that I love or are repurchased. So some of these are new to my collection. So here's another number 7. This was influenced by Jessica Braun. The number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder and Light your best looking skin instantly, smoother and more radiant. Who doesn't love that? Plus this was like in that $10 to $12 price point, so not bad. It's pretty packaging for that price as well, and I've used it a handful of times and have really liked it, so I definitely want to keep using it and getting to know it. And then also a new powder is the CoverGirl Advanced Radiance. This one is in 110 Creamy Natural. Oop. So I very recently purchased this one and the number 7 in my last makeup haul, which went up a few weeks ago. I like this a lot. It's very easy to use. I don't own a lot of pressed powders, but they are so good when you are short on time. And I have really enjoyed this one. So we're gonna keep that and give it some love. And then that leaves these products. So first off, this one I had decluttered. This is the Your Skin But Better CC Plus Airbrush Perfecting Powder Illumination. And I just don't like it. I tried giving it away to friends and family. No one wanted it. Well, I just like showed them a bucket of makeup. And this was like left behind every time. And so I was like, well, let me just put it back in my collection, but I know I don't like it. It separates on my skin really easily and it just doesn't look cute. So we're gonna officially get rid of that one. So that's one that is out. This is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder, and I have like 3 or 4 uses left in this, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up. I do like it a lot, but it's like, it's just too expensive to keep repurchasing it, but I definitely think I could use it up with like a week of using it in a weekly makeup basket. So we will keep that. All right, and then we're just left with these like odds and ends. This Beauty Pie powder is a translucent powder called One Powder Wonder, and I am trying to pan this year in my 2020 project pan, and I got a big dent. I ended up just really liking this as a finishing powder, so I'm gonna put it back. Oh, you can see the dent right there. I'm gonna put it back in my collection and definitely keep trying to pan it. So that is a project pan item. And then, oh gosh, this one is relatively new to me as well. I got it in March. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Loose Setting Powder 612 Translucent Light Medium. I do really like this powder. The packaging drives me insane, but I do like the product, so we will keep that. And then these 3. So I had bought the Pacifica 100% vegan powder and the Catrice loose powder about the same time last year, and I just haven't used them a lot. And part of me says, well, I should get rid of them because I haven't used them a lot, but part of me thinks I just haven't really found a way to work into my routine. I find with Project Pan, I tend to commit to one product for so long until it's gone that I end up not using so much of my products. So this year I am I'm panning less in the sense of having formal project pans. Like I have my big one, and then I had one little one where I used everything up. Woo! And I'm gonna have another one coming up, but really I've been rotating through my makeup and making it a point this year to rotate through everything. And in my next weekly makeup basket, I'm gonna share with you guys how I am rotating my makeup even more, and I'm getting so much more use out of all my makeup opposed to just a single product. So I do want to keep these in just a little bit longer. I do refresh my makeup collection twice a year, so I'll do it again in December, late December, early January. So if they're still in the same situation that they're in now, then we will we'll get rid of them, but we'll go ahead and hold them. So Catrice Brightening Loose Powder and Yellow Matte. And then Pacifica 100% vegan, cruelty free. This is the Crystal Rays Luminous Translucent Setting Powder. So we'll see what happens. This is the Essence Pure Nude Highlight, a classic here on YouTube. I actually more so like it as a finishing powder than as an actual highlight because it's just too subtle of a highlight for me. I've had this for years on years and I'm still not ready to get rid of it. That's just the truth. But we'll see what happens in late December, early January. So we didn't really make moves in that category, and a few of these categories we're not going to make moves, but at least we know that it's been refreshed and we're good to go. Okay, here is my concealer collection. This is definitely one that I'm going to keep everything that is in it. So I have e.l.f. Camo, the regular concealer, and the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer. I love the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. The L'Oreal Infallible, love that. The CoverGirl True Blend Undercover, love that. Actually, I have two of the Camo from e.l.f. in the regular formula. Cover FX, we're going to keep the Power Play. We have the First Aid Beauty Hello Bendy Avocado, Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer. And then we have the Born This Way Multitasker Concealer. So these are all of the concealers that I own with the exception of one from Wet n Wild that I'm panning. So I love these. It's the perfect amount. This year, I talked about it more in my makeup inventory video. I am doing my best to not buy primers, concealers, or foundations. Also setting sprays, but I bought 2 new ones. I snapped, okay? I snapped. I'm human. But I've been really good about this category, primers and foundations, just because those are kind of large and I really want to go through and use those up and not just get rid of them. So we're gonna keep that. We're good. All right, so this is kind of miscellaneous products here. I recently got these MAC lashes. I actually don't wear false lashes ever, but these were free with purchase. So I'm gonna keep them. I need lash glue, but I do want to use them. I have some of the Benefit Roller Lash. My sister-in-law had given me around last December BoxyCharm items that she didn't want, and these two were in it, as well as the It Superhero Mascara, and these are my final 3 backup mascaras. So I'm gonna keep these, and once I use them up, so probably at the end of the year they'll be gone, then I'm only gonna buy 1 mascara at a time to give me freedom to try new formulas when they come out, new types when they come out. I have had a back stock of mascaras for years that I never get to try anything new. So I'm definitely going to change my approach to mascaras in the future, but we will keep those. I have 3 eyebrow products that I do like and I will use. New to me is the Wonder Brow. This is in Brunette. New to me and I love it. I have the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. I like these. These colors aren't perfect for me right now. I had accidentally purchased the wrong colors a while back. I need more of like a soft brown brunette, but I can make them work, and they have quite a bit of product in them because I kind of get stuck on brow products that I don't switch them out too much. So here's where we're at with the thicker one, which is the Shape and Fill. I love thicker types of brow products. And then we have like just their normal one, the definer. And so that one I've actually made quite a bit of progress in. So we will go ahead and keep those. I am going to get rid of this. This is an old BoxyCharm product. This is the Long Lasting Intense Black Color Yante Blue Glittering Star eyeliner. I just don't use it. It's kind of like a smudgy color, so I feel like I can get that look out of eyeshadows and not hold on to this. So we will get rid of that. I'm also going to get rid of this. This is an all-nighter travel container, and there's nothing in it, and I've always kept it like, because I think, well, I'll just refill it. But I find I just take the full bottle because there's not enough in here to last more than a week's worth of use, so you are constantly filling it up, especially if you have a longer trip than a week. It's just not practical, so we will get rid of that. So we did still get rid of a few things in here, and I feel good about what's left, so let's move along. Alright, here are my foundations and primers. So as I mentioned, this is a category that I'm not purchasing until I pan a majority of this. So let's just pull out the foundations. Okay, here is my foundation collection. So you can see it's pretty large. So you can probably understand why I'm trying to not buy anything and work through it. So the IT Cosmetics CC Plus is almost done. This is Project Pan. The L'Oreal Cushion, Estee Lauder Cushion is Project Pan. The L'Oreal Infallible is Project Pan. My 20 and 20. My Wet n Wild Stick Foundation is Project Pan. And my cushion from Wet n Wild is Project Pan. So that puts all of that aside and leaves these products that are not Project Pan. It's not separated. It's not that old. I know it's just the way it sits in my collection. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to keep all of these. I love them. And like I said, I have a plan for my weekly makeup baskets to rotate through stuff more. But the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate, love that. Laura Mercier Candle Glow, love that. Also have Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiant Perfecting Foundation, the Flower Light Illusion, the BH Cosmetics Liquid Foundation. Some of these are repurchases, like the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, the L'Oreal Pro Glow. This has like maybe 3 or 4 uses in it, but I'm not going to hurry and use it up because it's one that I like to have in my collection, and I would just repurchase it. So we'll just use it up when it gets used up. Another repurchase in my collection is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. L'Oreal is one of my favorite drugstore makeup brands. I think they are just phenomenal. CoverGirl True Blend, I really like that. And this Born This Way is halfway full, as you can see. This is too dark, but it works really nicely to mix with my foundations that are a little bit too light. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 foundations outside of my Project Pan ones. And I'm just going to keep rocking with them. I really want to use them all up and not get rid of them. So I'm going to work on rotating through them more, not buying any more so that I can really focus on this. And I can kind of see myself next year not buying any foundations at all or concealers, just like this year, so that I really can pan this part of my collection and get down to maybe owning just 5 total. I don't know. I'm breaking my mindset of more and more and more with makeup, when many of us, I know, feel this way. When we first got into watching YouTube, it was just very consumer focused, and now I think with the world being like it is, we're all just kind of scaling back and just using what we have, and I love that. And I feel like that's kind of more the direction I've gone in terms of Project Pan, where I might not be doing an actual huge projects all the time and making a lot of videos about them on my channel all the time. I'm actually using my makeup now more so than I have ever done, just by not repurchasing it. Crazy, right? So again, we are going to keep these, and I'm happy with that. So let's move on to prime. Okay, these are my primers. I've done a pretty good job with these. These are Project Pan. So we have the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion in Fair. That's Project Pan. The Smashbox Primerizer is Project Pan. These 2 coconut smoothing primers from Fab. They're little sample travel sizes. Those are Project Pan. The Wet n Wild Luminous Base Stick is Project Pan. So hopefully in 2020 we can get through those. So that leaves these. One that I know I'm okay with getting rid of is the e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm. Maybe I could move it to my bathroom. I don't know. It's just one that I can't really figure out a way to use it or make sense of it. I just don't see what it does. Maybe I'll try it in my bathroom and see how I feel about it. But as far as makeup goes, we are going to move that out. And then that really leaves these 4 primers that we're just going to go ahead and keep. So the Touch in Soul No Problem, love that. The Laura Mercier Radiance Primer, love that. Uli Hendrickson Banana Bright, honestly isn't a lot left, but I love it. So we'll hold on to it as long as we have it. And then the Revlon Photo Finish Perfecting Primer, also love that one a lot. So we don't own a lot of primers. We're just going to get rid of that e.l.f. one, pan the other ones, and then we're good to go. Alright, these are my lip products. Some might say it's a lot, some might say it's not a lot. I feel like it's a lot. I used to never really wear lip products, and I recently have found ones that I absolutely love. Actually, there's one sitting up here that I need to grab. There's one here. Okay, and I have a couple like in purses and just kind of floating around, but I know I want to keep those. So this is my lip collection, and I've really gotten to a point where I know what I like with lipsticks. I try out enough formulas to get an idea of what I like, and a couple of these I had decluttered but then kept, and I just need to actually move them out. So let's start with ones that are older that I need to detach myself from them. Okay, we'll start with these 3. 2 are the Wet n Wild. So one is the Liquid Catsuit and Give Me Mocha. I'm pretty sure I bought this around the time that these really came out and became popular a few years ago. But this color is not one that, yeah, it doesn't smell the best either. This color, you know, about 4 years ago, vampy colors were huge on YouTube, and not to say that they're not anymore, but they were like, every brand was coming out with a color in them. Everyone was wearing them. Everyone like vampy lip looks, vampy get ready with me, and that's about the time that I bought this. So it's pretty old, and these dark colors, there's a couple that I like to keep in my life, but for the most part, they just ain't it for me. I found colors that make me feel beautiful, and it's not really like these type of colors. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Formula is nice. Then we have the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit. This one is in Chic Got Real, and this is their lipstick formula. The color is pretty, and this formula got so much rave and hype, but I just don't love it. I just don't think it's very long wearing, and I'm just gonna pass that along. This is really old. The Tarteist lipstick, or lip paint in Strike Gold. It's kind of a lip topper that came in BoxyCharm maybe a year ago, and I just don't love it, so we'll get rid of that as well. Alright, so next up we are going to talk about, we're going to pull products that I own but I don't wear, and we're just going to be real and get rid of them. Okay, these are the 3 that really shine out to me, and so the first is the Keep It Full Milani Almost Natural. This is their lip plumping lip gloss. I have actually decluttered this in the past, and I thought, you know what, that was stupid, just keep it, but I literally never wear it. And part of a makeup refresh is getting things out of your collection that you just look at and you're like, oh, I should wear it, but I don't want to. You want everything to be things that you absolutely love and you're so excited to use. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Same with the Flower Beauty. This is the Miracle Matte Lip in English Rose. So I had decluttered it, but then I did like a get ready with me, and I got so many compliments, and I'm like, maybe I should keep it. But this formula is kind of crumbly. I have matte liquid formulas that I like, and this ain't it. And I also have recently bought some brighter lip products that I like, and so I can just go ahead and get rid of that. Then also the Girl Lactic Posh. I do like this formula, and I do like the color, but I find myself never wearing it. I will pull it in a makeup basket and leave it, and I post them weekly, leave it in there for 4 weeks and never touch it. It doesn't matter like what time of year it is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Let's talk about favorite formulas real quick. You can tell what my favorite formulas are because there are multiples in them. So for matte lipsticks, this is my personal favorite, the Too Faced Melted Matte. As you can see, I own 4. Anytime I want to try a new color and I think about what formula do I love and trust, it's this one. So I still do have a vampy winter look color. This is the Gingerbread Girl. I got this in December or early January on sale. You guys know I love Queen Bee. I wear it all the time. This is one that once it expires, I will repurchase. This is very new to my collection. It is in Feeling Myself. Nice bright lip. Love that. And this is not old, but the color in Cool Girl I got around probably last winter. So I love these. These are ones that make me happy. I know I can trust them. So we're keeping those. All right, let me grab another formula that I love. Okay. Ooh, I think I have one more. There we go. This is the Becca Ultimate Lipstick. And I have quite a few. I have 2 full size and 3 sample sizes. So full size, I have Taupe, I have Petal, and then I have the sample ones, which are Sugar, Rosewood, and Orchid. These all are in their full size collection. So here is Sugar right there. Here is Orchard. Was that right? No, Rosewood. So it's a little bit of a vampy dark color. This formula is so comfortable. And here's Orchid. There it is. Again, another dark vampy kind of winter color. Love those. The first time I tried this was in Taupe, and it came in BoxyCharm. And I actually do really like this color. And then they were on sale, I think around February, March. So I got this color, which is Petal. So I know I love these. I know I'm going to keep them, and they kind of get lost behind products that I don't absolutely love. So we are going to move those products out of my collection so that we can really enjoy these. Alright, let's go on. I have a couple more formulas here that I absolutely love. So let's talk about them. First up is the Maybelline. These are the Superstay. So they have this version, matte ink, and then they have the crayon version. So I have this one, which is my favorite, in Philosopher. Then I have Lover, and then this one is Seek Adventure. I love these. I know they're very mixed. Some people love them, some people don't, but I just think they're amazing, and I am absolutely going to keep them. Another formula that I love, that you guys know I love, is the Buxom Lip Plumping lip glosses. I like these because they're long wearing, they're easy to wear, they're no fuss, and they're very easy to pan. So I have panned one this year. I'm almost done panning another, and because I love this formula so much, I always just have one on hand that I'm panning so that I'm not wasting this formula. And when it goes on sale for $10, I'll pick up a couple extra. But I don't want it to go bad. So this one is White Russian, and this one is Mudslide. So once I'm done with, I think it's Dolly, then I'll put one of these into that rotation. But I absolutely love them. They will always be in my collection. Of some color in that line will always be in my collection. Alright, so we have a couple more that we need to be realistic and get rid of, which breaks my heart, but that is where we're at. Makeup expires. It's so sad, but here we are. End of an era. The Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquers. These are so old. They're discontinued. I saw you can get them on Amazon, but they were such a nice formula. But this one was in Too Cute. This one was in Charmer. They're just, let's smell them. I've had them for probably 3 years. They still don't smell too bad, but I just like that they're like a lip gloss, but they look like a lipstick. Yeah, maybe they smell a little weird. So we'll go ahead and get rid of those. So sad, so sad. And then we are also going to get rid of L'Oreal 906 Burnished Blush. This is pretty old too. Let's smell it. Smell test. Doesn't smell too bad. Maybe, guys, how long have I had this? I've had this for, yeah, like 2 years, 3 years. Yeah, okay, bye. Some of these are very new to my collection. If you watched my recent haul, you know. These are new to me. We have 2 Maybelline and 1 L'Oreal, and they're nice bright fuchsia colors. So we are definitely going to keep those. Okay, Laura Mercier, definitely keeping Free Spirit lip gloss. Love that. Definitely gonna keep my Milani lip liners. I have, what is this? Nude and Spice. So we are gonna keep those. I love my Dose of Color Messy Bun. This one's nearing the end of its lifespan, but I love it. I love the Pixie by Petra Pastel Petal. These are their liquid lipsticks. So nice. I love the Cami Matte 1914 ColourPop Lippy Stick. Classic. This one is kind of newer to me. Sorry, I'm going fast. But this is Melt Old Rose. Got this one around March, so we'll keep that. These are semi-new to me. I still haven't worn them a lot, but I'm going to keep them and see if I do. These are the NARS, what are they called? Velvet Lip Gloss, Xeon, and Le Même Bleu. I got these with Kristen at TJ Maxx around, when did we do that? January, February, maybe it was December. I don't remember time, but I will keep those. This is very new. I'm going to move it to my bathroom, but the Sun Bum Coconut Lip Balm, so we'll keep that. I'm going to keep the e.l.f. Plumping and Mocha Twist. I haven't used this a whole bunch. And then we have these samples. I have been enjoying the Givenchy. This is 16. It looks black, but it's like a plum color on the lips. I still haven't used this one, the Dolly Dreamer by Buxom. I got these 2. This is also Buxom Vava Plump. I don't think I've used this either. These were samples that I got in March with my March haul. And then these, I don't use them. I wanted the Skinny Dip from Jouer. I don't know. I'm going to keep it. I still haven't used it. I wanted it so bad for years when it was popular, and then I finally got it and I never use it. And then MAC, this one's separating a little bit, so we'll go ahead and get rid of it. The MAC Oyster Girl. So we'll get rid of that. So we did a good job. We got rid of these lip products. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lip products we got rid of. Love that. And then we know what we're keeping is what we love. So let's put it all together. Alright, so those are my final lipstick products. I feel good about it. So these are my glosses. These are my matte products, and then these are my favorite matte liquid lips, and then those are my lipsticks. Okay, so we are just gonna go ahead and talk about these real quick. I have a bunch of melt stacks back here that we're gonna keep. Here are my larger palettes. We have, let me just scoot you over, the Too Faced Natural Lust. I love that palette. The Violet Voss Holy Grail. Love that palette. The Lorac Mega Pro 3. Love that. Jaclyn Hill, the original palette. I'm gonna keep that. We have Morphe. This is the 35M. So we'll keep that. This is the Emily the Once palette. Some of these are a little bit neglected in my my collection, but I have been doing like a palette of the month where I've really gotten to dive in and use these products. Some of these are kind of crammed. All right, and then we have the Natasha Denona Star Palette. Juvia's Place The Warrior Palette. Another Juvia's Place, this is Saharan. Too Faced Chocolate Gold Bar. Some of these are classic. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance. Oh, that chocolate one smells good, or the gold one. This is just a Z palette with some random products that we will just sit to the side. Love this Crown Pro palette, even though I haven't used it in a while. Love that. Alamar Cosmetics, a classic. Alright, we have some stacked up. This is the Nudes New York by Maybelline. Newer to my collection, but I love it, so we are going to keep that. We need to find a space for this stuff. Love Urban Decay Born to Run, so we're going to keep that. Here is another Z palette. These are actually blushes that I decluttered with you guys that I never actually got rid of, so let's set that to the side so we actually do it. Love the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. This one we're going to sit to the side, the Urban Decay Nocturnal Shadow Box. I have still never used it. It was gifted to me, passed along to me, and I still have never used it, so we're going to sit it to the side so we actually use it. Urban Decay Honey Palette. Love that. Let's figure out these. Okay. Then we have the Urban Decay Cherry Palette. I love getting these when they go half price. So when that new purple one goes half price, I will own it. But until then, I will not. Urban Decay Smoky. Classic. Urban Decay Naked 3. Classic. Okay, if the camera angle looks a little different, we had changed the memory card. But we were talking about Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy. Definitely keeping that. Then we have the Urban Decay Naked, or Heat. Is it Naked Heat or just Heat? There's that. Naked Original. Got this when they were discontinuing it. Then we have a lot of Lorac palettes. Let's see, 2, 3, 4. Love those. Keeping those. Here's another one where, no, sorry, Ace Beauté. Love this palette. Okay. Then we have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. This one is in Ring the Alarm. Then we have the Advent Pop by NYX. I actually really like this palette, even though it's really old. We have a Tarte Z palette that I was trying to dupe the Naked Heat palette. I did that around December, I think. I forget. But anyways, I need to put those back in my ColourPop palette, so we will keep that out. And then Jeffree Star always has some stuff going on with him, and a lot of people are boycotting him. But I own these palettes. They were gifted to me from my mom, so I'm going to keep them. So there's that. This is the Morphe Jeffree Star. I actually do like this palette. It's a shame. A lot of it is just a shame. And then, of course, the Conspiracy palette with Shane Dawson. It's just heartbreaking. You know, we are consumers of content, and, you know, we can only go off of what is presented to us. And my husband and I really enjoyed the Shane series with Jeffree Star, and I had never watched Shane prior to his docu-series. So to just see all that stuff that he used to post or that he had deleted, and it was, yeah, so shocking and heartbreaking, and it's just like really insane, and it makes you just makes you question like buying products that are collabs with other YouTubers, because you're like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
Actually, I'm questioning others' tastes How the hell did he get so big?
Yeah.
And of course, I've only taken little snippets of his past, but
yeah.
What the hell? Like, why? I mean, why would you think blackface would ever be okay?
Or like the jokes he's made about children and just
no, you just don't joke about
all that stuff. I'm just like, wow, Shane. I mean, whatever. So I'm going to keep the palettes because I have them, and they were, you know, we did enjoy the series, and that was a part of our life that Jared and I would have date nights watching it. So it's still a good memory. It's still a good time. That's not going to be taken away. Jared's doing a heart sign with his hands. But it's definitely not going to be like featured palettes, but I do like them. I also have the MAC Classic Cutie. This was gifted to me by my friend Jasmine. It's so cute. I need to pull it more, and I think they still kind of make that style palette in different colors, so you can check them out if you're interested. So let's put this other stuff in here where it fits, and the Z palettes will have to go to a different spot. So that is at least looking a little bit better. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, so we'll come over here. Back here, you can't really see, is where the melt stacks are stacked. I just have like 4 or 5 stacked together. And I do have hiding behind here my backup Urban Decay All-Nighter. Always have a backup of that on hand. But then over here are singles, and I'll bring this to the floor, but again, probably not getting rid of too much. A little behind the scenes. Morty, he's so close. He's so close. I am going to go ahead and get rid of the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes. These were limited edition ones that were passed along to me. Let me zoom you in. But I just don't get a lot of use out of them, and they are pretty, so I'll just pass those to a friend. I love the Tarte Man Eater palette. This is such a great traveling palette. It's so neutral and easy to use. Love this, and it's cute. I have quite a bit of older ColourPop palettes. I haven't bought any new ones in a really long time. Yep. I know I've looked at them a lot recently, but I haven't actually purchased any in a while. So we have Element and Surprise. Some of these are empty because they're in that Tarte Z palette. So I have to put them back in, but love QAF. This Yes Please palette was a palette of the month last month. Absolutely loved it. ColourPop Double Entendre. Love it. Again, the missing ones are in that Tarte palette. Good Sport by ColourPop. Clearly a lot of Naked Heat dupes in this one in particular. That's probably the newest one I've purchased, and that was still like, what, a year ago. Dream Street by ColourPop. Love that one as well. So, love the ColourPop eyeshadows. I think they're so good, and I'm going to keep them. Alright, and then I have these 2 Huda Beauty ones. I still love the Huda Beauty. This is kind of like the first round that they did. Mauve Obsessions and Coral Obsessions. They, of course, have branched out and have a little bit of different packaging now on their newer types. But that's what that looks like. Ah! And then I love these. I think they're absolutely stunning. So I'm going to keep those. This is a classic to me. Maybe December, January, I could think about getting rid of it. But I really like it. The NYX Ultimate Warm Neutrals. It's just a very nice warm neutral palette. It's good. It's a good. Alright, so we haven't gotten rid of anything yet. But we're refreshing here. We're refreshing. This is new to my collection, the e.l.f. Bite Size and Pumpkin Spice. I just did a first impressions makeup video a couple weeks back now at this point, and I love it. It's gonna keep that. Gotta keep the classic L'Oreal Infallibles. We have Ice Latte, Amber Rush. I'll probably never get rid of these, quite honestly, unless mold starts growing on them. So, gonna keep that. Alright guys, it's a couple days later. We're gonna finish up this little declutter slash refresh. So I have all of these single shadows that we are going to keep all but one. So we're going to keep both MAC Gold and MAC Tan. Those are classics that we have to keep in our lives, of course. And then I have a Tarte. This is the Top Yacht Single Shadow. Need to use this more, but definitely want to keep that. And then we have a few separate, like different types. We have Sephora single and Lucky Penny. Need to use that a little bit more often. My favorite, Urban Decay Solstice, and then Urban Decay single and Riff. So definitely want to use those more. We are going to go ahead and pass along on this NYX Salmon roll-on shimmer. I just never use it, so we'll just go ahead and get rid of it. Two more singles that we're going to keep. We have Buxom. This is Glitz Factor, one of their singles. And then this is Burberry 102. I actually still haven't really used this. This was passed along to me. So we definitely need to do like a singles week or something with my weekly makeup basket. But we will keep that. I'm going to put these palettes together in my next weekly makeup basket, or it's probably already up, but when we vote for the palette of the month for August, ooh, what? We're going to do a neglected palette version where you guys vote on one of my neglected palettes for us to use for the month. And I want to find, I'm sure there's one more neglected palette to add. Oh, you know what? Let's add the classic MAC Cutie. That would be a good one for you guys to vote on. So I'm sure that video is already up. But, alright, and then we have these three random palettes left. So we have Tarte. I love this one. This is the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3. I talked about this a lot in my Unpack With Me. Actually, this video is going up first. Then the next video, the weekly makeup basket, you guys will vote on that. And then the next video after that, I think it's the Unpack With Me. I think that's how the order that it's going to go up in. But in that Unpack With Me, I definitely talked about this a lot. Urban Decay, this is just a lot of my single shadow. Oh, hi! Single shadows, so we will obviously keep all of those. And then we have the Viseart Dark Matter palette. And this was also passed along to me. I think it's a little dark for like our last-ish month of summer, but this will definitely be a good fall, winter one to reach for. Yeah, I think that's it. In the C palette, we just have some random singles, a Shy blush from Mary Kay. So we'll keep those. And then I do, like I said, need to put the Tarte ones back into those ColourPop palettes. So we have gotten rid of a little bit, just a little bit. If you look over there, that's all the stuff, not these bags. But that is all the makeup that we have gotten out of the collection. So I think I'm just going to play a little while with organization and how I want this to look. Alright, so here is the final product. I spent some time organizing it and I like where it's at. You guys know I'll reorganize it like 1,000 more times. But let me just talk you through it. At the very top are eyeshadow palettes with the lips in the middle, kind of dividing up the bigger palettes and the smaller-ish palettes. And then you go down. This is more so in order by organizers, but we do have blush, primer, setting powders, brows, concealers, and lip glosses and liquid lips. And then you go down to the bottom and we have highlighters, palettes, bronzers, palettes, eyeshadow, 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 and then foundations. So I think that it looks pretty good. I feel good about what we have in the collection and really enjoying the products. And you know, we talked about some that are kind of, we'll see how much I use them between now and the next refresh, which will be around December, January. So I feel good. Let me show you everything that we have gotten rid of. Okay, so if you watched part 1, this is everything. Anyways, let's add the rest in. Okay, so this is the total of all of the products that were sitting in my collection that I just wasn't using And I'm really glad that we did the refresh to move them out of my collection. It's a pretty big basket of stuff. So some is going to be thrown away because it's expired. Some is going to go along, be passed along to a friend. And some is going to be Project Pan, like the Stila. I think, now that I remember, I think Ciate was for Project Pan. So some are Project Pan items, but the rest will either be thrown away because it's too old to give to someone or passed along to someone. So yay! Summer, mid-year makeup refresh / declutter is done. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!